Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy, the one and only, Gray's Age here, and I'm finally back on YouTube for another part 2, What If Naruto Had a Leveling System, part 9. Hope you all are excited for it. So guys, I want to go ahead and clear this up. Today, I'll be posting more than one video, or at least I'll try to. Maybe I'll post today and then post tomorrow, considering the fact that the videos that I do, they're not only incredibly long, but they also take a while to, export and then post. So maybe I might post it either really late at night or like tomorrow early in the morning. It depends on how I'm feeling. So guys, I really hope you all do enjoy. I did promise I was going to be coming back to YouTube as of June, due to the fact that, well, on May was pretty much just May was just a messed up year, like a messed up month for me, really. Because it was the last day of school and I really had to hustle in, so yeah. But hey, I'm back now, it's the summer, and here I am. By the way guys, type down anything below you guys want me to do for this what if, as this what if has a lot of potential and everything, and who knows, I might just do the ideas or anything. And also just want to also let you guys know I'll be doing more than just I added a more what ifs into it. Like I'll be doing like Pokemon what ifs, like what if Ash or something, or maybe Fairy Tail what ifs, what if Asta, pretty much a lot of what ifs really. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and it took a while for me to explore all these things, considering the fact that I had to watch a lot and lots of anime, watch a lot of different movies, pretty much a lot of stuff, okay? But hey, I'm getting better, and I know it's been a long time since I've been away. I gotten pretty rusty, but here I am now, and I'm trying to make things right. Okay, that was a long ass announcement. Alright, how about I go ahead and get started with this video that I know y'all been waiting for. So either way, hope y'all do enjoy, and it's good to be back. Let's get started. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started with this video. Just to let you guys know that the intro for the past few videos, there will not be an intro for certain reasons. I will not get into it, but I'm just letting you guys know. But either way, let's get started with this video. So we now start off this video with Naruto, who is currently now being faced down by the whole Shinobi Alliance, not Shinobi Alliance, but the whole Shinobi Council, the Hokage, and the Civilian Council, as well as all the Jonins, including Jiraiya the Sannin, as they were all looking at Naruto, as Naruto was currently just looking at them and just thinking like, how did I end up in this position? Well, flashback. Now, as soon as the events of the Konoha invasions had transpired, the young Uzumaki was actually being sort of tackled to the front by a bunch of shinobis, causing Naruto to knock them all out, as he was just wondering what the hell was going on. As this was then when Hiruzen would then appear, as he would see Naruto just knock out the Anbus, well not Anbus, like just the shinobi with pretty much ease, as he then says, Naruto, I'm gonna need you to come with me. At this, Naruto would look at the old fool in confusion. And why is that? At this, Hiruzen will go ahead and look at Naruto for a second until he finally speaks. Well, you see, Naruto, we need information about what had just occurred, and we also need you to give your statement. So I really hope it isn't that much of a bother for you to come by, would it? At this, Naruto will look at the aged Hokage with suspense until finally he just sighs. Fine, let's get this over with. So with that, we go ahead and I'll cut the flashback, as Naruto will finally remember. He's like, oh yeah, I came here voluntarily. As this, when suddenly one of the shinobis would then ask Naruto a question. Young Uzumaki Naruto, I would like to ask you something. Please give your statement as to what had occurred during the Konoha invasion. At this, other shinobi were tense to hear the response from the young genin, as Naruto will look at them. Alright. As this is where Naruto will go ahead and pretty much say exactly what happened in the last part, except for a couple of things. But yeah guys, I messed up a little bit on that last part. Again, like I said, it's been a while since I did the what if, and it made me forget certain things to it. So yeah, if I messed up on that last part, I apologize, and here I am trying my best to fix the mistakes or just rewrite them, okay? So after a while of just stating the whole thing, Naruto will go ahead and be dead in silence, as pretty much no one had no idea what to say right now. As Hiruzen was currently smiling at Naruto, Jiraiya was smiling at his pupil, as he could not believe that this was his pupil right here. This was him. Now, just like last time, Naruto will go ahead and just bow his head, as he goes ahead and says, "Will that be all, Hokage-sama?" As Hiruzen, snapping out of his daze, will go ahead and smile. Yes, Naruto, you may go now. At this, the civilians were about to go ahead and cry out their protest that the so-called demon can leave, as after viewing the so-called demon's power, some of them actually changed their mind about the young Uzumaki. As actually some of the civilian councils actually decided that they actually liked Naruto better, considering the fact that, you know, Naruto had defended them. He had defended the village, so that means he earned their respect. As Naruto was leaving, the civilian council would then go ahead and speak up. What? We can't allow that demon to roam free. We must execute it. It has grown too powerful for it. If not, then we must allow it to teach the Uchiha. At this, some of the civilians will go ahead and praise the idea. However, this would be a select few to go ahead and disagree. Are you stupid or something? That boy saved our lives, and you're asking it to go ahead and execute it? Are you blind? At this, every one of the Shinobi Council, as well as the Hokage, would freeze, as he would actually look, as he would see that most of the civilians, well, not most of them, but some of the civilians actually agree with what that one civilian said. Yeah, he's right. That boy saved our lives. Heck, you should have actually seen him out there. Plus, did you see that power? He's nothing more than a benefit for this village. Heck, I can actually see him becoming the potential Hokage. And one of them would even say, as even though it was a bold prediction, many of the few civilians actually seem to agree with it. This would cause sort of like a civil war between the two civilian sides. One of them thinking that the boy was nothing more than a miracle and nothing more than a nice, calm, nice boy that went ahead and saved the village. Others seem to not pass their hatred and think of it as the demon, as Hiruzen can only tell one thing. This will be so much paperwork. Why me? As Hiruzen was currently just crying in his mind, Jiraiya would go ahead and smile and says, well, I'm gonna leave you to it. I gotta go ahead and see, I gotta go ahead and do some research, As he goes ahead and jumps out the window, Hiruzen was just thinking like, cocky bastard, you should be taking this job, not me. So with that, we now go ahead and change scenes as we see Naruto just currently walking through the village with a nice calm expression, until suddenly he'll then go ahead and be dragged into a freaking alleyway and pushed up against the walls. He then thinks like, okay, I know I trained her, but this is a little bit much. Seeing right now who did it, he would see Hinata, as Hinata, like I said, during the last few parts, Hinata had actually trained with Naruto, not in the dungeon, okay? But Naruto had actually trained Hinata, getting her over her shyness and everything, also making Hinata at least a lot of times bold. So pretty much Hinata is like that in that one movie where Hinata pretty much was so open-minded, and pretty much she was pretty much like telling off Sakura and everything, being possessive of Naruto. She's pretty much like that one Hinata in that movie, okay? As Hinata would go ahead and smirk at Naruto, she would then say, you took your long ass time. At this, Naruto will go ahead and nod, as right now he will feel lust coming off of Hinata. He's just thinking like, huh, I'm in danger. As he goes ahead and says, substitution jutsu. As he goes ahead and substitute himself with a log, as he goes ahead and appears right above Hinata. Well, no, like not like that, I mean above on the building, looking down at Hinata. Yeah, I'll take a rain check later. At this, Hinata will go ahead and gain a tick mark. She then says, oh hell no, you're not escaping me. As Naruto's just thinking like, what have I created? So with that, we go ahead and do a time skip to Naruto doing nothing more than just relaxing, avoiding Hinata once in a while, as that girl seemed to, I don't know, something just seemed to click in her to make her more aggressive than usual. As Naruto was currently in the Team 7 training ground, he was just laying against a tree relaxing until suddenly he would then hear a voice. Naruto? At this, Naruto will open his one eye to see none other than Sakura Haruno, his teammate, or if that's what you can even call them. Oh, it's just you. Yeah, Sakura, he would say, as he currently did not have the patience to deal with her. As Sakura, to her part, she had to admit she sort of deserved that tone. You see, after the invasion, Sakura sort of began to reflect on herself, as she realized that she really was the definition of you ain't shit. As literally during the invasion, she didn't do much, and pretty much after seeing all the things that Naruto completed, all the things that Sasuke completed, she realized just how far behind she was compared to her other teammates. as she actually remained a resolve to actually change her ways. But right now, she wanted to apologize to Naruto as she realized that she was being a lot of times unfair to him. As Naruto will go ahead and look at the young Haruno, she will then go ahead and speak. Yeah, look, I'm pretty sure I'm the last person you want to hear this from. In fact, I wouldn't honestly put it past you if you never want to speak to me again. I just want to go ahead and apologize to you. At this, Naruto said nothing as he was still looking at Sakura, as she pretty much gave her the pass to, continue on, as Sakura goes ahead and smiles. You see, I cannot give myself an excuse, alright? During the academy, you were annoying. You were downright obsessive. And due to that, you annoy me to the point where I could do nothing just to get rid of you. I would do anything to get rid of you. At this, Naruto was going ahead and thinking in his mind like, wow, good, thank you for being so considerate. Like, damn. As Sakura goes ahead and continues on. And I know you and me are not on the best of terms. I do want to say this. I apologize for my past actions. That invasion, I was completely useless. I did nothing but I did honestly nothing. I couldn't help anyone. Sensei pretty much took care of everything. And heck, you did the most, from what I heard. As Sakura goes ahead and continues on, Naruto goes ahead and just looks at her as she'll then look at Naruto. However, due to all that, it made me realize just how far behind I am from taking the shinobi business seriously. So, I want to do this right before I change. I want to go ahead and thank you for truly opening my eyes to the life of shinobi. At this, Naruto was confused. Did I help her or something? As Naruto was trying to recall any incident in his life where he actually helped Sakura, but really he didn't. So I don't know why she's thanking him for. So at this, Naruto just looks at Sakura. She goes ahead and smiles. But either way, the main point I'm trying to say is I'm sorry, and hopefully one day we can be on better terms, if that's okay with you. At this, Naruto would eye the young Haruno again until he goes ahead and gives her a small chuckle. Jeez. Well, if you're actually being serious, then I recommend that you actually show me results. Words can only take you so far. So, unless you prove to me, I'll be waiting until the day that you can actually show me that you really mean it. At this, Sakura will go ahead and put on a small smile, as that just meant that Naruto was giving her a chance to prove herself, to which she would nod, as she would go ahead and wave goodbye to Naruto, hoping for future friendship with the young Genin. As Naruto would look at Sakura leave, he would go ahead and begin to think like, wow, even Sakura changed. As Naruto was really beginning to contemplate like what the hell was going on, he would go ahead and be snapped out of his state as he then senses a presence, as he goes ahead and sees Jiraiya right there next to him. Wow, kid, you got a nice girlfriend, huh? As Jiraiya was going ahead and being a pervert, Naruto would go ahead and deliver him a powerful punch to the nut, as Jiraiya would go ahead and literally feel like one of his nuts just exploded. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. As soon as I said that, oh my god, that sounds painful. Okay, let me continue on. As Jiraiya would go ahead and groan on the ground, he would go ahead and look at Naruto as he walks away. As Naruto just speaks one thing: she's not my girlfriend. Besides, I'm surprised you even know the meaning of girlfriend, considering the fact that you're nothing more than a perverted nobody. As Naruto was now beginning to roast the hell out of Jiraiya, Jiraiya will go ahead and walk home with the shameful, bruised pride, ego, and even more, a bruised sack. That's probably the worst of them all. As Naruto was currently walking home, pretty satisfied with the day, he decides that, maybe time for it seems like it's almost time for what Hiruzen actually planned for him. So we now go ahead and do a time skip. Deep in Konoha. Well, okay, wait. Okay, sorry. Yo, I did not realize I was saying. Okay, wait. Okay, sorry. Hold on, I gotta calm down. Okay, I finally calmed down now. I paused the video so that way I can, I stopped recording for a little bit so I could calm down. I did not realize how wrong that was sounding. But let me go ahead and continue on. So we now see inside Konoha, we would see deep in his cell, we see Orochimaru, who is still in his spatial containment in a deep cell, as he was just there with the look of pure misery. Misery is not the right word for it. You could say he was feeling despair. Yes, that was the feeling. As this is when Orochimaru would then hear footsteps. Great. Here he is. At this, Orochimaru would then look up from his eyes full of despair to see none other than the bane of his existence. Two of them, in fact. One was the aged Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, and the final one was a young Genin, Naruto Uzumaki. Both of these people were staring down at the previously Sanin, as well as someone else had decided to accompany them, as this man was nothing more than Orochimaru's ex-best friend, Jiraiya. Well, looks like the small little rat finally got caught. Or do you prefer Snake? At this, Orochimaru would go ahead and glare at them as he sees the three people that he despised more than anything in the world. Curse you, Sarutobi, he would say as he looks at them. Hiruzen will go ahead and look at Naruto, giving Naruto the signal to, release it, as Naruto will go ahead and nod, as he leaves of his hand that was full of Band-Aid, as he goes ahead and activates his, spatial magic, dispersing it, allowing Orochimaru to be set free. Now, as soon as Orochimaru is set free, he will go ahead and feel like the wind knocked out of him, as he goes ahead and feels time around him just speed up considerably. What the? At this, he'll go ahead and begin to cough up blood, as this is when Hiruzen and Jiraiya will look at Naruto. You see, this ability of mine is quite dangerous, you see. Naruto will begin to explain, as he bends down on the cell, looking down at Orochimaru, who's still coughing up blood. You see, due to the fact that you were stuck in there in that spatial cube for a long time, it seems as if as soon as the cube is dispersed, time begins to fly through you at a very rapid rate, causing you to begin to weaken yourself in a very extreme state. So pretty much what I mean is that you're stuck in there. Time does not move through you anymore. Like you're completely like you're just there, okay? You're just there existing. But if you're out of the cube, pretty much time goes through you as fast as it could, all the way to the point to where it is currently. Now, as soon as time flies through you, that means you're aging up. That means you're weakening yourself. That pretty much means that you're growing older at a rapid rate. That's how powerful Naruto's ability is of spatial magic. As Orochimaru was coughing up blood, he would glare at Naruto as he then says, "I'll kill you. You hear me, boy?" At this, Naruto will go ahead and look at him. "Oh, but the sad thing is you can't, can you? You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. You're nothing more than a failure. And just like every failure, you deserve to be put in your place." As he would stare down at Orochimaru, Orochimaru can do nothing more but glare at the freaking blue eyes, those same stupid eyes that his freaking rival had. And no, I'm not talking about Jiraiya. I'm talking about the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze. As Hiruzen was looking at the two communicate, Hiruzen would go ahead and look at Orochimaru. "Orochimaru, do you understand the sins that you have committed? All of them. Do you understand what you have accomplished?" Orochimaru will go ahead and glare at him as he says, "You fool! What are you gonna do? Execute me? You're gonna execute the man, the only man who had potential to become the fourth Hokage. But no, you gave it to that stupid street rat." Of course, Orochimaru was talking about Minato Namikaze, the same stupid man who went ahead and took that so-called title of fourth Hokage from him. That was supposed to be his. Orochimaru was supposed to be the fourth Hokage, not him. As he was glaring at Hiruzen, Hiruzen can do nothing but give eyes of pity to the young Snake Sanin. This was the same reason why he did not give Orochimaru the title. Orochimaru was had a similar mindset to a child. Alright? he wants to be given a prize for the things that he have accomplished. But in the end, he wasn't given it, and just like any child, he would throw a tantrum about it. However, since this tantrum was way bigger than any child's tantrum, I mean that he starts by experimenting on people, murdering people for no good reason, only to satisfy his curiosity. As Hiruzen would look down at the student that he seemed to care about just as a son, he can do nothing more but cry, hoping that in the future, maybe in hell, he will find some piece of closure or something. But sadly, the old Hokage knew that wouldn't be the case. At this, he'll go ahead and look at Jiraiya, signaling him to go ahead and announce it, as he will nod. Orochimaru of the legendary Sannin, you are hereby permission to be executed in the number of these following days. In a week's top, you shall be executed, said Jiraiya, the toad Sannin, as he looks at his old comrade / brother in arms, as he was looking at Orochimaru. Orochimaru will glare at him and he then says, no, you can't stop me. I swear I would stay alive. I will not stop until I see Konoha burned to the ground. You ungrateful, foolish old man. At this, Hiruzen can say nothing as he walks away, as he can't help but feel a very large amount of sadness, as he felt like he just lost another one of his sons. As after leaving, of course, even Jiraiya was feeling upset, as sometimes he will look back on that day, the day he could have stopped his comrade. Why did things have to go this way? Thought Jiraiya. As for Naruto, he honestly did not care for the snake signing. It was like, come on now, dude. Everyone knows about your criminal history. You're borderline. You're messed up in the head, alright? It honestly doesn't matter anymore. You're dead. As Naruto will walk away, he will go ahead and actually seal up Orochimaru once again in his spatial jutsu. However, he would also go ahead and feel a distinct feeling. Why do I sense that? At this, Naruto will go ahead and he senses chakra like any other, as he goes ahead and then instantly shoots out. He goes ahead and actually shoots out sort of a wind bullet at the wall. Naruto? Shouted Hiruzen as he looks at Naruto, who had just shooten the attack at a wall, as Naruto will go ahead and grit his teeth. Someone was watching and listening to us. At this, Jiraiya and Hiruzen's eyes will widen as they look around the area. What? How? Are you 100% sure? Do you know who it is? Naruto shook his head, but he then says, I sense the chakra signature. It was abnormally large. Not as large as you, Hokage-sama, but it was on the spectrum. At this, Hiruzen would look at Jiraiya, as they knew that Naruto would not lie about stuff like this. As this made the older Hokage wonder, who was spying on us? As he begins to wonder, could they have a rat in the village? Or could some sort of outside organization have just been picking up on it? Either way, whatever the situation was, they had to be on high alert. Just because they caught Orochimaru doesn't mean that other threats couldn't arise. There is definitely something going on. As we now go ahead and move to a more secure location, we will see nothing more than pitch darkness. As you will then see, coming from the darkness itself, you would see this plant-like man appear, as he will then smirk. Wow, seems like the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki is more than I expected. I will have to report this to Pain, he would say. As he puts on a smile, he will go ahead and once again sink into the ground, as that was Zetsu of the Akatsuki, as they wanted more information on the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, which was becoming to be the most powerful of them all. So with that, nothing much really happens. Well, except for the fact that Naruto spends most of his time training, most of the time chillaxing, and actually he decides to go on a couple of dates with Hinata. Although yes, she can become highly aggressive, Hinata, whenever she went on a date with Naruto, her personality would doom down a little bit, as she'll pretty much transform from a yandere to a shy girl, which Naruto honestly believed that she had personality disorder. Like literally, if you can switch if you can switch up like that, like bro, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, come on now. So yeah, it's official. They're right now going on dates and everything. So pretty much, yeah. Also, due to that fact, Naruto actually began to wonder about a certain Uchiha, that being Sasuke. The name of the Uchiha sort of became sort of forgotten. And don't think said Uchiha didn't notice this. The name of the Uchiha clan was truly but slowly turning to nothing. Literally, no one even mentioned of Sasuke. Like, people really begin to forget about the so-called Uchiha prodigy. And due to this led Sasuke walking into darker paths as his mind began to get clouded in extremely dark thoughts. Mostly those thoughts consist of him murdering a certain blonde. Curse you, Uzumaki, he would think. As we would see the young Uchiha practicing the Chidori that Kakashi had taught him. So with that, we'll now go ahead and change scenes. So pretty much right now that the invasion was taken care of, Naruto was currently just relaxing, pretty much just trying to figure out like what they should do next until he will go ahead and actually receive an invitation from the Hokage. Wonder what the old fool wants now, thought Naruto. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and just say this. You guys have not seen all of Naruto's abilities. As like I said, Naruto was on that level, okay? Like he definitely on that Jonin level. And no, not even elite, not even Jonin level, elite Jonin level. In fact, he could go even further. As we see Naruto go ahead and body flicker to the area, we would actually see, all of them, the Shinobi Council, not the Shinobi Council. We would see Hiruzen currently there on his desk working, as he goes ahead and sees our protagonist. Naruto, just who I was looking for. At this, Naruto will look at Hiruzen and see the nods. Yes, Hokage-sama? At this, Hiruzen will go ahead and sigh as he rolls his eyes. As he goes ahead and actually looks at Naruto for a good few seconds until he finally turns around. Naruto boy, I've been thinking about it for a while now, and you see, we decided to go ahead and give you something that you truly deserved. At this, Naruto will look at him as Hiruzen then smiles. You see, I've already given it to the young Nara. Of course, Hiruzen was talking about Shikamaru, as he had already given the young Nara his promotion to Chunin, as yes, just like in canon, Shikamaru was Chunin. But he was not the only one, as a couple of other people also got promoted, that being Rock Lee, which yes, I know you guys are like, wait, what? Rock Lee got promoted? Come on guys, I'm gonna do my boy justice, alright? Rock Lee deserved justice. I mean, come on, man. This man had the strength to be obviously a high Chunin, maybe mid to high Chunin. Like, the show really did my boy dirty. As Rock Lee had actually gotten promoted, although he does need to work on his stealthness and at least how Guy puts it, his youthful controlness. So pretty much, yeah, Rock Lee's gonna need to learn how to work on it. But still, I mean, hey, he's Chunin. As Naruto was looking at the Hokage, Hiruzen will go ahead and pull out a box. At this, Naruto will look at the package in confusion as Hiruzen says, I have a mission for you, Naruto. But first, I would like for you to go ahead and put that on. At this, Naruto was confused as he then opens the box as he was surprised what was inside there. Hokage-sama. Naruto was in shock. In there, inside this very package, was none other than a full-on Jonin attire for Naruto Uzumaki. But that was not even the shocking thing, no. The shocking thing about it was what was right on top of said clothing. Right there was two letters. One of them had the name of Minato, and the other name had Kushina. At this, Naruto was just thinking until finally his mind clicked. Mom? Dad? At this, Naruto felt his eyes water a little bit as he looks at these two messages, as well as he sees a sort of certificate. What is all this? Hiruzen will go ahead and smile at Naruto as he then pulls out a scroll. Well, Naruto, it seems since you already found out about your heritage plus this new promotion, I decided that I might as well give you the very thing that the very thing I hold back on you. But it seems like I don't need to hold back on you any further, as you have proven more than once that you are truly worthy to wield it. Naruto would look at it as in his hand, it was pretty much everything that was owned by Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, as this was Naruto's heritage. He was going to be given the fortune, the house, everything. He was finally claim his title as the Uzumaki heir. I can't believe it. Now, Naruto was, for one, not that much of an emotional person. He was calm, cool, collected. But this, come on now, you would tell me if something like this was happening to you, you're telling me that you wouldn't feel some sort of emotion from it? Come on now. As Naruto goes ahead and looks at it, he'll go ahead and pick up the scroll that Hiruzen gave to him, as well as he looks at the box, as he then bows his head at Hiruzen. Thank you, Hokage-sama. At this, Hiruzen will nod, as you then see Naruto instantly dash out of there with the body flicker, as he will go ahead and smile. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something, Hiruzen would think. Until suddenly, after a couple seconds, it would click. Shit, the mission! Oh, damn it! Dang it, curse this old age. I'm beginning to forget things. At this, Hiruzen will go ahead and look at the window until he smiles. I see a bright future for Konoha. As he will go ahead and look at Konoha, he could already see some sort of silhouette. As he would see a blonde individual with a Hokage type robe, as he was staring down the village with a confident smirk. Minato, was this what you envisioned? Said the young Hokage. I mean, not the young Hokage, the old Hokage, as he was looking at with a sight of satisfaction. Now, back with Naruto, he will go ahead and look at everything that was given to him, as he would go ahead and look at the 2 letters that he got from his parents. Now, Naruto had already confronted both of his parents due to the seal on the 9 tails and everything, but this was something he'd been waiting for such a long time. He wanted to read what was the last words that his mom given him, so he decided that now was it. Now was the moment. Deep breath, Uzumaki, deep breath. At this, Naruto will go ahead and slowly tear open the package, as he'll go ahead and pull out a small little piece of paper. Well, not that small, but a piece of paper. As he goes ahead and rolls it up, he will see a note coming from his mother. Now, I'm not going to describe much in this note because, trust me, I don't know really what to say, but pretty much the note explained to Naruto everything, like, you know, how eat your vegetables, how to treat women right, also that she would always love him both physically and spiritually, and then it didn't matter even if the Shinigami came between them, that she would always be there for her son, supporting him throughout his journey, as she would always be looking out for him. And until the day that he comes to actually see her, which she hopes will not be in a very long time, that she will always be there for him. And if you guys were to guess, like any normal person, Naruto would actually begin to tear up at this, as the only thing he could say was, "Thank you, Mom." After this, Naruto would also read Minato's letter, which was pretty much the same thing that Minato said to him the time that he was unlocked from the seal, which was pretty much telling him how much he loved him and that he wishes that he was there as a father for him. But sadly, events had occurred that seemed to change things. But he told Naruto that even though they're separated, trust me, even though they're separated, he hoped that maybe one day Naruto will continue on his legacy, as he believed that Naruto was truly destined for greatness. Reading both notes from his sadly deceased parents, Naruto can't help but feel a swell of pride, as this is when, like in an instant, Naruto will feel flashes of memories. Now these memories were how far Naruto became, from the dead last of the academy, to his death with Mizuki, to pretty much his training, and pretty much how far Naruto came from how he started out. As after reading these messages, Naruto can't help but begin to cry. Thank you, Mom, Dad. As Naruto goes ahead and wipes away the tears, he'll go ahead and actually open the scroll of his heritage, as it will pretty much give Naruto the seal. Pretty much Naruto all he had to do was wipe his blood on the seal, as it would unlock him the fortune and pretty much everything of the Uzumaki and the Namikazes. As Naruto would go ahead and smile at it, he would then say, "Mom, Dad, I'm finally coming home." As he goes ahead and wipes his blood on there, he would eventually unlock, this would eventually allow a seal at a certain location to instantly recognize his blood, as pretty much this seal was pretty much used to go ahead and anyone who were to wipe the blood of a Namikaze and an Uzumaki on it shall unlock the mansion. As Naruto goes ahead and actually, as soon as he does it, he'll go ahead and be flooded with information on a certain location. Naruto will go ahead and smile, packing his belongings and everything as he body flickers to the location as fast as he can, excited to see finally excited to be back home. So just like that, Naruto would have teleported back to the Uzumaki and Namikaze compound, which was generally as big as the Uchiha compound, which is already pretty big. As Naruto enters inside of it, he would see this house which was blooming with life, even though there was nothing in there. As Naruto begins to walk inside, he would then see a picture, as this picture holded nothing more than a picture of two people. One had blonde hair and blue eyes, similar to Naruto, except with no whisker marks, as this was obviously Minato, the fourth Hokage, as he was currently smiling at his wife while his hand was on her stomach. Speaking of his wife, she was also smiling, as she had a smile that seemed to brighten up the room, as her smile was currently being placed down on her belly, and she was currently looking at the very child that was about to be born. As Naruto would look at the picture of his parents, he can do nothing more but smile to himself. This is it. Everything that I worked for. As Naruto finally feels like he begins to accomplish something. At this, Naruto then smiles, as this just resolves him even further to continue pushing forward. Never look back. As Naruto will go ahead and look around, he decides that maybe it's about time he starts setting up everything. So he decides to go ahead and begin to unpack everything and just set up everything here. So now, since this part to this what if is coming sort of to an end, and before you're like, oh, why? Because it's already been 35 and my voice is beginning to get tired out. Like I said, I've not done what ifs in a long time, so I'm sorry if my voice is not as bad, like not really as good as it used to be. Okay, so pretty much now for Naruto's ninjutsu, he had gotten pretty much a buttload tons of jutsus. Some of them were the wind style wind sight, the wind style wind air pistol. Yeah, I gave him that. He also got a couple other jutsus, as well as he has the fire element jutsu, which were pretty much all of them, a few of them that you would recognize. He has mastery over all of them. Pretty much he has mastery over the fire element as well as he also has the advanced element as well, that being, I believe it was like magma release. I think it was. Yeah, I think it's magma release. He also will have boil release, particle or dust release. I don't really know the name. Pretty much he will have magnet release. He'll pretty much get storm release as well. Pretty much Naruto is stacked on ninjutsu. Genjutsu, although not as good, Naruto's Genjutsu, he still has a couple variety of them. Some of them involve an endless nightmare of nothing more than torture. Some of them is just to go ahead and hypnotize people for pleasure, just to like prank them or stuff like that. He also has his taijutsu styles. He has quite a few of them, some being the dragon fist, the strong fist. He also even developed the Hyuga technique. Well, not the Hyuga technique, more like a different variation of it. You see, Naruto actually tweaked the Hyuga style of the gentle fist, pretty much making it to the point where Naruto is able to do it. Although it's similar to gentle fist, it's not the gentle fist. As it instead of hitting the chakra points and everything, ends up hitting pressure points, which pretty much means that Naruto could pretty shut down the whole, he could shut down the body almost instantly. Like literally one hit to the heart and yink, dead. So yeah, Naruto has also a variation of other styles that he read up on and also learned on during his training. So yeah, Naruto stacked on everything that is Shinobi. His kunai throwing skills already perfected to the max. His stealthness to the max. Pretty much Naruto is max on most of his stats. Senjutsu, his Senjutsu was incredibly high, already learning Sage Mode by this time, which yes, Naruto that already knows Sage Mode. Before you guys are like, hey yo bro, don't you think Naruto's a little bit OP? Yes, that's the point of it. This is an OP Naruto. Guys, I always make my characters OP in these what ifs, and you guys like it. So yeah, hope y'all do enjoy that. As well as Naruto has a couple of other abilities, that means his regeneration, which is extremely high. Naruto is able to regenerate to pretty much anything. He also has a couple of other abilities, such as, I decided to go ahead and implement this. The rest of Naruto's other unknown abilities, I will go ahead and display them later on in the story. That being to the fact that I want you guys to be shocked at the abilities I give him. But also, why don't you guys type down any abilities you guys want me to give him, for the people who are watching, just type down oh, you guys want me to give Naruto I don't know, a stand maybe, or you guys want me to give him I don't know really, I truly don't know really much. Just type down in the comments any abilities you guys want me to give Naruto from the system that he acquired during his training, and pretty much yeah. So I hope you all do enjoy this what if. This what if took a pretty long time. I'll be posting it today. I'll also be posting what if Naruto had, well, not what if Naruto, but what if Bell had Yami Sukahiro's powers. So yeah, I'll be posting that as well. Although I'm not sure if I can do it today, considering the fact that exporting these videos take a very long, considerable amount of time. And once again, guys, I really hope you guys can forgive me for being a bit rusty, as I told you before. It's been a long time since I made what is, and pretty much I'm not really as good as I used to be. I'll try to be as good as I can, but hey, I'm working on it. But anyway, guys, it's good to be back, and like I said before, it is Great Age, and I'm truly glad to be back on YouTube. I will also be posting on Sage Samurai, remember that. So once again, give those two channels support, and either way, hope y'all do enjoy this video, and yeah, I'm out. Peace.